to be here and to hear everyone. So this morning I want to read from the book of Job 5:17 through 18, and it says, "But consider the joy of those corrected by God. Do not despise the discipline of the Almighty when you sin. For though he wounds, he also bandages. He strikes, but his hands also heal." And today I'm just grateful for my place in this space, but I'm also grateful for the hand of the Almighty. Um, it's easy for us to look at and point the finger at God when we go through trying times. You know, sometimes things may happen to us in our lives, or sometimes we may see things happen in the lives of others, and we may not understand it. Or we may say, like, God, why me? What did I do to deserve this? Or why are you doing this to me? But it's another half of that where we always get a lesson out of something. And this particular verse reminds us of that, where it tells us that, for though he wounds, he also bandages. He strikes, but his hands also heal. You know, like I don't, I don't think that God ever has bad intentions for us. And you know, this verse resonated with me because sometimes, like, as my 4 year old, he had that mischievous stage. You know, um, and he also at that stage sometimes where talking just don't do it. You know, like every once in a while you gotta give him one little spank on his arm, or you gotta discipline him because he would. I mean, talk about if try you as a person. There's him right there. This is definitely Mr. Try You because he'll look you dead in your face and do exactly what you told him not to do. You know, and I give him his little whop. One of the first things he does, and it's so funny, is that he'd cry because you spank him, but he has come to you to for comfort. and and it goes back to something I could remember my grandmother those used to tell me, and they would say, "Children cry, yet they come." And it's the same thing with our relationship with God. You know, when we are chastised, because sometimes we may get a little spank from him for things that we forgot that we did. you know like you may been doing good for the past 6 months, but you may not remember what you did 6 months prior to that, and you receive your little chastising for it. And in those moments is when we have to be reminded that children cry yet they come, because when we go through these times, the first thing that we should do is go to God in prayer, you know and we apologize, and we go to him with an honest and full heart, that we say to him that, hey, now isn't the time for me to curse you or be upset with you that that I going through things. But God, I'm sorry, and whatever this lesson is that you've given me, I receive it, and I hope that I come out of it better, because I honestly think that that is what the intentions is, because even again in this verse it says, he strikes but his hands also heal. And one thing about healing, and we know about this as humans, is when something heals, it always heals back stronger. Always, always. Ontario should know this from being like, in the in the exercise business or whatever, right? And fitness, is that in order for your muscles to build up, they have to tear down, they have to get broken. But when they build back up twice as strong. And the same thing should be with our relationship with God. When we get tear down, y'all, we should build back up, and we should come back stronger, because we know that the Almighty has the hands that heal. We know that whatever it is that we are going through in our lives now will forge us in fire, and we will come back stronger. It is not if, it's when. It is not if, it is when. No matter what we go through, when we come back, we will be stronger. And I pray that every person in this room that's going through something in their life, that they remember that this morning, that whatever this is that you're going through, it's not if you bounce back, it's when. And just remember that you're covered and you're protected, and that you have the healing hands of the Almighty covering you, and it will touch you. And I'm Kerry, and I relinquish my mic.